The words "I'm fine" can be the most unhonest phrase in a relationship. We say it when we are overwhelmed, disappointed, or confused. We use it as a shield to avoid a difficult conversation, or perhaps because we genuinely don't have the words for what is happening inside us. Have you ever just felt bad or off without really knowing why? It is a vague, uncomfortable state that leaves you feeling powerless. What if you had a better vocabulary for what's really going on? This video is about building that vocabulary. We are going to explore a skill called emotional literacy. This is the ability to recognize, understand, and express our emotions in a healthy way. Specifically, we will introduce a concept called emotional granularity. This is your ability to put your feelings into words with precision and specificity. It is a skill that can transform how you manage stress, navigate conflict, and connect with the people you care about. To understand emotional granularity, imagine you are seeing the world in black and white. You can see the basic shapes. You know if something is light or dark. This is what a low emotional vocabulary is like. You know if you feel good or bad. You might be able to identify being mad, sad, or glad. It gives you a basic picture, but it lacks detail and depth. Now imagine someone flips a switch and your world is suddenly in high-definition color. You don't just see dark, you see navy, charcoal, indigo, and violet. Each color tells you something different. This is what emotional granularity does for your inner world. You move from the broad category of sad to more specific and useful labels. Are you feeling disappointed, lonely, regretful, or grieving? Each of those words points to a different cause and a different need. The skill of emotional granularity allows for a much more accurate understanding of yourself. And when you understand yourself more clearly, you can communicate your needs to others with much greater success. This is not a fixed trait you were born with. It is a literacy that anyone can learn. This brings us to our first crucial insight. Action follows emotion. The way you name an emotion directly influences what you will do about it. Your emotions are data. They are signals from your body telling you what you need. But if the signal is fuzzy, you will not know what action to take. The action you'll take when you feel disappointed is very different from the action you'll take when you feel enraged. For example, imagine your partner forgets an important date. If you label your feeling as simple anger, your impulse might be to lash out or start an argument. But if you pause and look closer, you might find a more specific word, disappointed. Disappointment tells you that an expectation was not met. The need is not to punish, but to communicate your hurt, and perhaps discuss how to make sure it does not happen again. Or maybe the feeling is insecure. This feeling tells you that the event triggered a deeper fear of not being important. The need then is for reassurance. Naming the feeling clarifies the need, and clarifying the need shows you the path to productive action. This skill is not just for you, it is a powerful tool for your relationships. This is the power of co-regulation. Co-regulation is the way we help each other manage our emotional states. It is a fundamental part of a healthy bond. When you can accurately name your emotion for your partner, you give them a clear roadmap to help you. Vague statements like, "I'm just stressed," or "I'm in a bad mood," can leave a partner feeling helpless or defensive. They don't know what's wrong or how to help. But consider the difference when you can say, "I'm feeling overwhelmed, not angry." This is a profoundly different message. The word anger might signal to your partner that they are under attack, causing them to become defensive. But the word overwhelmed signals a state of being overloaded. It invites compassion and support. It changes the dynamic from a potential conflict to an opportunity for connection. Your partner can then ask, "What can I do to help you feel less overwhelmed?" This is how precise emotional language builds intimacy instead of walls. Let's look at another common area where this skill is vital: anxiety. Anxiety has become a catch-all term for a wide range of uncomfortable feelings, but there are many different flavors of this experience, and each one benefits from a different approach. Learning to differentiate them can significantly improve your ability to cope. For instance, you might be feeling worry, which is often a mind-based state focused on specific future problems. The appropriate response might be problem-solving or planning. Or you might be feeling dread, which is a heavier, more pervasive sense of a bad thing looming on the horizon. Dread might call for grounding practices or talking it through with a trusted friend. Apprehension is that nervous energy before a specific event, like a presentation. This might be managed with deep breathing or visualization. And panic is an intense, overwhelming physiological response that requires immediate grounding techniques to calm the nervous system. When you just say, "I'm anxious," you have one problem. When you can say, "I am worried about my finances," you have a specific problem you can begin to solve. So how do we begin to build this skill? We can start with simple, gentle practices. One of the most effective tools for expanding your emotional vocabulary is the emotion wheel. An emotion wheel is a visual diagram that places basic emotions at the center, like joy, sadness, anger, and fear. As you move to the outer rings of the circle, those emotions branch out into more nuanced and specific feelings. For instance, fear might branch out into scared and anxious might then branch out further into overwhelmed and worried. The next time you feel a strong but vague emotion, you can look at one of these wheels online. Find the general category in the middle that fits, and then explore the outer words. See if you can find a more specific term that truly captures your experience. Think of it as a thesaurus for your feelings. It's a simple way to discover new words for your inner world. It trains your brain to look for a higher level of detail. Another safe and simple practice is to incorporate a brief check-in into your daily routine, perhaps through journaling. Each day, take a moment to write down the phrase, "Right now, I am feeling." The challenge is not to stop at the first word that comes to mind. Try to find 2 or 3 specific words that describe your emotional state. You might be feeling tired, but are you also feeling peaceful? Or are you feeling drained? You might be happy, but are you feeling content, grateful, or excited? This small practice, done consistently, rewires your brain to pay closer attention to the rich texture of your emotional life. You cannot heal what you cannot feel. And to truly feel an emotion, you must first be able to acknowledge it with clarity. Building your emotional vocabulary is not a frivolous exercise. It is a fundamental skill for self-awareness, self-regulation, and the creation of deep, meaningful relationships. When you can name your experience, you can understand it. When you understand it, you can share it. And when you share it, you give others the chance to truly know you. What is one feeling you have experienced this week that you could give a more specific name to?